The myth is the product backlog is prioritized by value. This myth seems quite simply to bust, but actually it isn't. The truth is, it's a lot more complicated than you might think. Before we start, please support my work by following me and giving this video a like. Thank you so much. Let's start with the word prioritized. Today's Scrum Guide uses the term ordered instead of prioritized. But what is the difference between prioritizing and ordering? Put simply, prioritizing means that the things that are most valuable are at the top of the backlog. Order means the things to do first are at the top of the backlog. That difference is important because you can't always deliver the highest value items first, as they might be based on things that have a lower value. This was described in a very nicely way in a blog post. If you build a house in the tropics, you do it primarily not because to protect yourself from the cold, but from the rain. So the roof has the highest priority and generates the greatest value. Of course, you cannot start building a house with a roof. Let's move on to the term value. There are two things that we need to discuss separately here. First, value is not the only criterion that a product owner can use when it comes to ordering the backlog. He may also consider risk or synergy effects, for example. Let's do an example. If you provide payment functionality on a website, it is certainly more valuable to be able to offer payments with MasterCard than payments with American Express, simply because there are a lot more people with MasterCards. However, it can still make sense to implement both functionalities together because they are very similar and therefore create synergy effects. The other aspect of value is that it is not such a good criterion. It would be better to speak of the ROI, the return on invest. Functionality may be valuable, but it can also be very expensive to implement. The most attractive features are the very valuable ones that can be implemented easily and at a low cost. The most unattractive are the expensive and little valuable functionalities. To sum it up, the product backlog is not prioritized but ordered. As an important criterion for this, we use the return on invest, not necessarily the value. However, the ROI is not the only criterion. The product owner can also use any other criterion he deems useful, such as, for example, risk or synergy effects.